Okay, so we're learning about calamenta, and we were just comparing hyssop and calamenta in the smell, and hyssop is much more. Anyone?
Dull.
Bland.
Well, it's less strong, but when you get the smell, it's much more camphorous. It's much more like, not like a tea, but more like a spice, like oregano, because it's in the family of oregano. If you go like that really strong, then you get the smell out, and you can smell what I'm smelling. And you have a lot of the hyssop growing right next to perot, facing the door. And you should use it. It's also good. It's actually another herb that's also good for cold and cough. You smell it now, how it's very camphorous, because I made it really like. Okay, so we're now going to. Well, how do I make it small here?
It smells like eucalyptus. That's it.
What?
This smells like eucalyptus.
Right, that's what I said, camphorous. How do I make it small? I want to go to my lesson plan.
This one?
Where's the
Since I'll make them. These are bought.
But how?
double tap on up here? Double tap?
Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so look at page 61 in the herbal booklet. And if we don't have enough for everyone, so 2 and 2 will have to share, because they're from Beirut. Maybe we do. And we see... No, I don't need one, thank you. So we have perfect amount. We have perfect amount, almost. 61 I wrote, it's 62? Maybe, because I...
61.
Yeah, let me see, what page is it really, if I wrote it right? It is 60 and 61, okay? So what is it called? Calamenta ephora. Ephora, and what does that mean? Fege knows Hebrew. It's like ephor.
Fog.
Well, like it's a color?
Yeah, I know. Gray.
Gray, because it's like afar, like dust. It's a similar word to that. And it's called Calamenta in Chana. Okay, so I'd like to invite Diana to come read us text number 1. You don't have to take the booklet, you could. And come, you can go this way, so you can sit here. Thank you very much. Big help.
Hello. Okay. Text 1. Calamenta is a trouble-free plant whose leaves smell strongly of mint.
Right, so we try that. We all nod, you all agree?
Yep. Perennial resource. Attribute. Soothing. Character trait is humble. The meaning of the Latin name is as follows. Calamenta is derived from the Greek kalos, which means pleasant, and mint.
Yeah, we don't have anyone that knows Greek.
Yeah, that would be cool, no?
Anyone?
Yeah.
It sounds like a familiar word.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Calimera
it sounds like a candy,
morning. Yeah.
doesn't it?
Mint components. In Chana is Latin for hoary or grayish white.
Right. So that's like what we say in Hebrew, ephora.
Okay.
In Chana. Okay, I don't know anything in Greek, I don't know this Latin word at all.
Me neither. The holiday is associated with is Rosh Chodesh Tammuz, which is around July.
That's when it's on its peak condition. So what we see now, even though some of it was better than others, it really makes a big difference, the conditions. So this you have to think, it's the same with people. The same person can be so much healthier and happier in one place than in another place. Like what we saw first, and I think it's also because the pigeon has been eating at them. In my vegetable garden, it's in the corners. It was like almost non-existent. But then when we came to, like on the dry wave, I don't know really why, because both places have compost. It's really hard for me to tell why it should look so healthier here. Like then we saw this beautiful, one. But they are nicer in the summer. And I'm going to try to look for the pictures when we finish text number 1.
Mm-hmm. The numerical value is 555. Ulecha chayot lechem. And to sustain you.
This is, who said that to who? Lahachayot. Lahachayot lachem.
Oh, lachem, not lechem.
Who said that? Yosef. It was almost last week's parasha. When his brothers came to Yosef, and they say, our father said that, don't take revenge. He told us to tell you, don't take revenge on your brothers for what they did to you. And Yosef was almost going to cry that they were so afraid that they had to make up this because the father didn't say it, because the father for sure didn't say it. Yosef knew that. And then he told them back, you meant it for bad, but Hashem meant it for good. What you did was meant to be, I accept it. Because that was meant to be that I should be sent ahead of you, lachayot lahem, to sustain you in Egypt, right? So it was meant to be. And therefore, I'm not upset with you. I totally forgave you. So that's interesting that it is connected to forgave you, and also lachayot has in it, no, not really, but the other word that he says is lemichia, which is not this gematria, but in the same sentence, to give you food, michia, like ala michia on the sustaining food. What? But that word michia has the same letters as mechila.
What's a mechila?
Mechila? What is mechila? You tell me.
Megillah?
Not Megillah, mechila. Forgiveness. So like, when you forgive someone, you give them life. It has chai in mechila. It has chai in you. You give them mechia. How you say? Mechila is mechia. You give them life when you forgive them. If you're not forgiving, you're holding on to them. You're hurting them and you're hurting yourself. It's very, very, very bad to have negative feelings on other people. It can be very dangerous for the other people. And that's why I try very hard that people shouldn't have negative feelings on me. And I always apologize, and I apologize now if I did something to anyone, by mostly not knowing, because I didn't do anything purposely to you. But it can happen. You say something that embarrassed someone that you didn't mean. Everyone has their own sensitivities. It's very, very important not to have someone hold something against you, because it can cause very, very negative things, cause sickness and all kind of things. Yeah, you learned that in India also? Yes? What did you learn there? You're nodding?
Yeah, like the same way that you said.
Who told you that? Your
One
parents?
of my parents.
Yes? It's like in the tradition there. Here,
Yeah,
this is not something my parents told me.
That's what I'm saying. We are
My-
not allowed to hate anyone also.
Yes.
That's why I don't hate anyone.
But if you have a negative in your own heart,
Then
it's an emotional
Yeah.
blockage for you,
Yeah.
but it's a spiritual blockage for the one that you have.
It's not their problem, it's your problem now.
But you're also carrying all that. They did a lot of studies actually in science that if you forgive people, you're much healthier. You have less heart attacks and less visits to the hospital. They did all kinds of statistics about people that forgave and people that didn't forgive and compared it. So it's also even like things that can be measured.
Makes sense.
With a questionnaire can be measured, not like with a blood test, but it's but it can still be measured by what people say about about their relations with other people and their feelings. Okay, so anyway, so it's to give you life. So this is something that is a very small, inconspicuous, and yet it can do a lot. Sometimes it's really a humble plant. It's crawling on the ground. Also, the hyssop that looks similar is considered a humble plant, and that's what it says in the Book of Kings about King Solomon, that he knew everything about all the plants, from the tall cedar plant to the hyssop that came out of the rock, because the hyssop can actually grow out of a rock Like it's so low maintenance and so strong that it can find sustenance through the rock. So
Wow.
so that hyssop is known like from the, and they say this is what a person who had tzaraat, which is not leprosy but more like psoriasis, a spiritual skin disease, that they have, that's the ritual for that purification. They need to use both a cedar and a hyssop for the whole, and they say because he made himself arrogant like the cedar, which is very tall. This, I have one. We have the plants, the privacy fence that we have on top of the, next to the bomb shelter. One of the plants died when we brought the bomb shelter, one of the trees. That's a cedar, I believe. The tall, like, privacy plant. We also have in between us and the neighbors.
That one?
No, I have it up on top. Not the fir, the other one. Not the pine, but the other one. I can walk you out and show you. So they're very tall, and the hyssop is the humble one. So calamenta is even more humble than hyssop. That was a little digression, but we're comparing the two, and so I will add that. Both of them are humble because they're on the ground, and they're also low maintenance. Both of them. That's also makes them humble. So keep going.
It is mentioned in the Torah in the Babylonian Talmud in the Sukkah 13a. The planet it is connected to is Mercury, Culpeper. What is Culpeper?
That's a very authoritative herbalist from the 16th century of England, and we have it written in the back of the herbal book is like the bio of all. And now soon we're gonna serve the tea soon.
Yay.
Okay.
The energetics is aromatic and pungent. The meridians or organs affected are the liver, the lung, the gallbladder, and the spleen. The organ systems are the gastrointestinal,
Gastrointestinal, that's digestion, integumentary. It's for the skin. It's a whole big organ system. The skin is the biggest organ we have in the body.
I never heard that word. Well, maybe
Yeah, but these are, you heard these you learn these things, Malun, in nursing school?
Yeah.
These systems?
Digestive system, yeah.
Yes, she knows all this.
nervous, respiratory, reproductive in the female.
And what are we using it for in our cold and cough?
Period pains?
For respiratory. For the respiratory, right? That's what cold and cough, what we're using it for. Okay.
The parts that we use are the leaves, the flowers, and the seeds.
Okay, so we see here the medical properties are also antimicrobial, diaphoretic helps you sweat out the virus, and expectorant help you cough up the phlegm. So these are the main properties that we need. It has other properties. It's also, all the mints are good for digestion. You know, like if you have an indigestion, take a mint tea, a strong one. So all the other ones, this is related to mint. It's also good for digestion. So it's good to know. Okay, so we said already the blessing Borei is Vei Besamim, even though part of it does have like a hard stem. Like, but that's mainly, this is part of it, because it wasn't growing good. Wait, I'm going to find the pictures of when they have flowers. AI gave me actually when I run the handout through them to see if it was approved. So I have to find where I have the handouts, and see here. So they gave me pictures. So I also have my own pictures, but there's one picture that you could really see, but it's not a good picture. I mean, it's not so clear, but you can see how cute the flowers are. I'm just gonna share the screen here. Share. Here. Share. Here. Here we go. No. Where's the share? Yeah, it's here. I can't remember. That's terrible. Come on, Hashem, help me. Where is the share the screen? I usually know it. Okay, so you want to know what? I'm going to post some pictures later, okay? I'm just going to turn the screen so you could see it. These are, you see a little bit the picture, so you can go back so you can see it.
I think
A little bit, you can see the flower. It's not a very clear picture, sadly. Okay, so you saw it? You saw it, Sophie?
Is it same with this?
Well, no, but that's something else. It's just not a clear picture. Like, you're not so cool, AI. You could do better than that. It hears me. My friend there. Okay, so I call it inconspicuous sweet-smelling herb. So many times when I forage my garden for hyssop, so by mistake we picked this one, and but also the flowers are really, really different, and I would like, but it's going to take a long time to find the pictures that I have. Not going to take that long, but too long for now. I already made you wait. So they are humbler, just like I said, I have in my notes, than hyssop. This plant droops gracefully before spreading out. It needs very little room to grow, and it finds a way to sprout between rocks and terraces and crevices between steps. That's why it grew the best. Maybe that's why, because I had less good conditions. Because in my vegetable garden, it has, it's the best conditions, the most compost, the most everything, and that grew the worst. But in the pathway, it has less. It's like in between other things. What?
Why do you think that is again?
What did I see?
What do you think that is?
I'm saying sometimes my garden is too rich with the compost and everything for all the plants.
Right.
And some plants need more, just a really poor soil, more like, what do you call it? Just like sandy, dusty soil. They don't need like a rich compost soil. That's not, it grows, these are wild plants. In general, wild plants, they grow without that, so they're not used to that, to so much richness in the soil, and that could be why it was doing so badly in the vegetable garden in the corner. But it had been doing better in the past. So it is supposedly a hardy perennial, and I thought, I was almost going to get rid of it in my vegetable garden. It used to be bigger when we didn't have the pigeons there, but at least we got the pigeons out of the porch, which it used to be almost impossible to clean a porch from what they made. And now they're all in that big palm tree over there, and they come in the morning before we wake up, and they just go.
Your pigeons or like
What?
pigeons?
We have pigeons, a lot.
How did you manage to get rid of them here?
It took many years. It's really amazing. You want to know? First, I put on those discs. Most of them fell off. There's maybe no more disc left. And my sister told me, put on disc, old disc that we weren't using. Is there any left?
Yeah.
There's one left. But I put,
like 3 or 4.
well, it's many years ago, so I put like 12 more discs. So that helped a little bit, but not enough, because they're supposed to be afraid of the weight. And then we put, and my husband put nails on them where they like to sit, and he also put poison. He was up there on a ladder and doing all these things. My husband's amazing. He's like 72 and he does all these things. And if you notice, sadly, the big wind that we have, it broke completely my beautiful bougainvillea that I loved so much. You didn't notice, you haven't been here. You were here last week.
Yeah.
And so my husband cut it all down and got rid of it and moved it. And it was a big job. The wind was really aggressive. Remember when we had it Sunday, maybe? Or
When it rained?
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago.
no, after Shabbos. It was this week.
Raining.
It happened Sunday, I think.
Maybe Shabbos was raining a bit, but last week
No,
was
Sunday.
pretty
No,
bad.
raining is one thing, and wind is a different thing.
Oh,
Yeah, the rain will not hurt my bougainvillea, but the wind was so strong, it broke it. So now I just pray it will grow back, because I loved it. But Baruch Hashem, here, see, there is a
No, there's
pigeon.
one
Or was it? Maybe not this. Maybe it's a Palestinian blackbird. I can't see so good. But we have. My garden is a bird resort. And I realized that after I went to the Eilat Bird Resort for our 40th anniversary, like almost 5 years ago, we went. It was during Corona, and we went to this hotel. They bumped us up because there weren't enough for this cheaper hotel that we had asked for. So it was so nice. You could take the food with you any place because you're not allowed to eat with everybody. You remember Corona? So, they had everything was in packages. You could take it and you could sit on the beach. You could do what you wanted. Okay, and so we went to a bird resort. It was at this time of year and there was no birds. There was like 1 or 2 birds. Then I came home and we have a lot of birds here also in the winter because they come from Europe, from the colder places. They migrate. They come from where I was born. They come just like me. They come from the northern countries, and they come to the Middle East. Why should they go to Africa? It's closer to the Middle East. And it's just as good for them. They can handle our winter as nothing compared to what they were used to over there. So I realized, okay, I have lots more birds in my garden, and they had an Eilat bird resort at that time that we were there. It may have changed at different times. So calamint is flowering. It's a long flowering season, but we just missed it from from June, July until Hanukkah. So now we didn't see any flowers. It finished. They sadly finished. Okay, so here we see about the name. Kalos in Greek means excellent, text number 2. Because of the ancient belief in its power to drive away serpents, especially the dreaded basilisk. I remember we learned about another herb.
Harry Potter.
Which one?
Harry Potter, we were talking about.
No, but we learned about another herb that did that.
Basil.
Basil. Okay, so they were really afraid of that, and they attributed to many different herbs to have that ability. Even they believed that this serpent, just a glance was fatal from the eyes. Now let's try the tea now. Malun, you want to serve it? Use this. And there's not a whole lot, so just like maybe half a cup for each person. Are you okay like that? And I just want the very tiny. Okay, so it says 1 root of calamenta in text number 2 in wine helps against snake bites. Okay, that's what Dioscorides, right? It's a Greek herbologist. Okay, so it's related to both thyme, catnip, and ground ivy, which I didn't know. Thank you. It's also, anyone seen it in any other country that you know? You saw it? Oh, I have one. Yeah, I got one ready. So you can take this cup and make it more for you. I'll take this. Okay, so all the girls will have like the nice cup. There's a reason for that because I'm going to use it later for my breakfast. This one, and these I put up high. So, okay. So, have you seen it any place? Have you seen it?
I think I saw it.
Yeah, in India?
Similar, yeah, it looks so similar.
Ask your family if they know about it. Yeah. They know about herbs in your family? They use herbs?
No, we didn't really use herbs in India. We use pills a lot.
Oh, pills.
We use a lot of pills.
Okay.
I knew a lot about pills, not herbs.
Okay, so let's taste it and let me hear what you think. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol nהיה bidvaro. What do you think?
Cleansing.
Okay, yeah. Let everyone say a word about this plant, whether the taste or whether the feeling.
It's interesting.
Okay, Cici, put it on the chat. You're my board writer. Put it on chat. What did you say?
Cleansing.
Cleansing, she said interesting. Everyone says a word.
Oh, I like feel it. It's like
It's so
That's not
refreshing.
taste of mint.
Oh wow.
What do you,
Aftertaste of mint.
aftertaste of mint.
And like
Okay, that's what it says, I think, in the quote. Didn't it say that?
it's so interesting. I don't know how to describe it any word other than that. It's just interesting.
I want to say earthy.
Yeah.
Because it really tastes like the earth, like just like it's growing on the earth.
What do you guys think, Diana and Melon?
I think it's refreshing, like so multi-dimensional.
Yeah. I
Multidimensional.
feel that. I feel like there are layers.
There's layers to that flavor, yes.
Layered. I like the word layered.
Layered,
You can say both. You can write both. You're so quick on this.
I did already, yeah. Don't worry.
I like
I'm
it.
on it.
Yes. Okay, so it's So it's in the family of thyme, catnip, and ground ivy. I don't know how it could be ground ivy.
Aftertaste of mint.
Native to the northern temperate regions of Europe. What did you say, Fege? Did you say one?
She said minty.
Minty. It's in Asia, like you said. It's very, and it's also grows in America. I don't know where in America. Okay. So I have in my note, it's moderately pungent, tastes somewhat like spearmint, but warmer. Do you agree to that?
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay. Okay, so the leaves are toothed. The leaves are also like heart-shaped a bit, or egg-shaped, but really like heart-shaped. And you see they have little tooth. It's really nice too. I pass it around again. Yes. Yeah, please put it on the chat. That's it. Thank you for doing that. Oh, those are beautiful. And that's what I wanted to say. And that reminds me, I was going to say this, that when I was doing my vegetable garden and before, and now I'm just making herbs grow in my vegetable garden because I have all these pests and nothing can really grow in that garden, hardly. Very few things. It's very sad. But the stronger herbal plants can grow. So, but before that, I try to get rid of this one for my vegetable garden and one room for the vegetables. But now I almost gave up. I have a little 2 containers that I'm growing beet leaves, one, and arugula in the other one. So I wanted to get rid of it. And then I looked really close. And then I saw those beautiful flowers. But when you look from far away, they're very small. You don't see them. You all see on your phone now the pictures that she posted?
She showed.
But you don't know. Oh, they didn't come yet. You posted them, right? Oh, here it comes. Now it came. It's exactly like that it looked for me. Why I can't get it big? I have to do something in my setting. I need help.
Shall we?
Yeah, I need to make it so it can be big when you press on it. It's in the settings. Okay, so...
It goes on the settings. You just have to press it in the middle.
Okay. Okay, so you see, that's exactly the same, but with the flowers. And what do you think this flower looked like?
Wow.
You have it. It came on the winter program. What do they look like? What very expensive flower
Show me.
does it remind you of, just in mini? Like, what's the most expensive flower that you know besides roses?
Calla lilies?
It starts with O.
Orchids?
Yeah. Doesn't it look like it? A little bit, just in mini?
Yeah.
So I thought, wow, I cannot take this out of my garden. No way. It is so cute when I saw. But from far you don't see it. Usually it's really small. Okay. So it grows. So it's good for, actually, it's a great filler in a border garden. And I found out later also. It's nice to have it like a border around the garden. There's a lot of things you could do. But it doesn't grow in Beirut. I didn't see it anyplace. I don't know why. Okay, it can also be used as edging. And in April, you could sow the seeds of it. So when I have seeds, B'ezras Hashem soon, I'll try to save you some so that you have in the herb garden next to the, near where the hyssop, but we don't want to plant it too close to the hyssop so they don't mix together, and so we don't mix them up. It grows everywhere in Israel, Galilee, Judean wilderness, and Judean mountains, of course. Also in Judean desert. So I was right. It can grow in like really poor soil. So we said about the snake bites, and it was used to drive away, and it's used to cook with culinary. It has a long history in Rome. It was used to flavor gamey meats and all kind of meat dishes. It actually mint is good for digestion, and you have like fat meat. In I think the Yemenites, the Sephardim, they cook a lot with meat with mint. And they also put mint in Lebanon. They use mint a lot in the cooking. Like the Yemenites especially, but also all Sephardim, they have a much healthier like traditional diets than Europeans, than Ashkenazim. So I really like, I wish I was Sephardi. So it goes good, everything from beef to goat's meat. Now I'm gonna invite Sophie, you're sitting right next to me anyway, for historical, but maybe take this because, no, you could see it's just until here, okay? Historical tradition.
Infusion of the leaves is taken as a cordial tea.
What is a cordial tea?
Cordial is like a nice thing to do. It's like, oh, it's cordial, like a...
It's like a
pleasant
British
thing.
kind of tea?
No, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But cordial,
It's a tea with manners, definitely manners.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's like British. That's funny. We don't have any British here now with us.
It's okay, we didn't have
Maria Diana's dying.
What's so funny?
Racist.
What did you say, Melon?
No, it was like that we didn't have any British.
Now in this class,
She
no.
said it's okay. She said it's okay.
Yeah, I'm helping you.
Okay.
Which was immensely popular during the mid-1700s until the heyday of the Victorian era.
Okay, you're listening to the historical.
Leave me alone, GC.
This was a popular thing, meaning, like if you had a calendar tea, you were like a cultured person, right? That's what it means, cordial. Like that's what the cultured people serve in a little cute cup, and in a tea kettle like this, maybe with copper, like I love. What is so funny, Diana?
The cordial tea. I'm sorry, that was so silly.
Okay. So now we're listening.
This cordial was drunk as a remedy for indigestion, stomach aches, colic, bloating, flatulence, and lumbago.
So now I'm gonna say something more about that, and you may laugh, but I'm serious about it.
Drink too much to her.
I think the tea has a good effect on her, but you have a most uncordial reaction to the cordial that we're serving you.
What?
You have a most uncordial reaction. Uncordial, I don't know what you say, but what I think is, so they served it in the more cultivated, which is usually the more rich people, and because they ate so much rich food that they needed it for the digestion, they needed it exactly, the cordial people needed it for bloating, flatulence, and colic and stomach aches, okay? Because they were eating too rich a diet. It's very unhealthy to be too rich. No, seriously. People that are rich, they eat too much meat. Not healthy to eat a lot of meat. Once a week is just perfectly fine. You know, that's like, I know some people feel bad that you don't have meat and the kitchen is not meat. But if you ask to go to families that are not vegetarians for Shabbat, you have enough meat. Like most people are sick because of too rich a diet and too much
iron.
yeah, and too much meat, which has a lot of also toxins, because the way they feed the cows and the other animals, and they give them antibiotics and all of that.
People that eat meat every single day.
What?
Every day, and they're fine.
Yeah, it is healthy to have meat. I don't know.
Fine.
It's so delicious.
Wait, what did you say about, what did you
I
say?
know people that eat.
Meat-
It's not
meat-
a meal. There's no meat. There's meat every single day.
Right, I know.
And they're fine. Like they're not sick.
How old are they?
But maybe
All
you're fine
ages,
by
like it's
now.
families.
Okay. Okay, but there's a lot of different factors to what makes a person healthy and not healthy. So we cannot go by
You
just
can
like
have
one
corned beef every
factor.
meal, but doesn't mean it's like healthy. Like, and you
No,
can
I know.
We get, okay, I hear what you're saying, but in health,
I'm not.
for
I'm not
example,
pro
your
vegan.
attitude and your belief is like 30% of how healthy you are. At least, like, if you believe this is good for me, so it's good for me also. So now I'm telling you that because you don't get it anyway so much. To make, I wouldn't tell you if you ate meat every day, it's not good for,
right.
because, like, if you think it's good for you, maybe then it is. So, and there's so many different factors. What place you live in, like what kind of lifestyle you have, if you get enough sleep, if you're stressed or not stressed, all these things are big factors. So you can't just say, okay, they eat meat every day and they're healthy, so meat must be healthy.
How much is enough sleep for women?
How much is enough sleep? So, oh yeah? So I know what Rambam says. Rambam says that no healthy person needs more than 8 hours a night. No healthy person. Now, if you take medications, like people who take antidepressant, they need more sleep. That's one of the negative side effects, right? You know this.
Oh, I slept for 5 hours today.
Wow, that's not enough.
Yeah,
I slept
Ken.
at 1.
Shalom. Hi.
I slept at 1 a.m. in the morning and I wake up at like 6 and we did yoga.
Wow. With who?
Bracha.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 7 hours is what I sleep, what I try to sleep. 7 hours. You may be more comfortable here. 7. I'm sorry that I don't think there's more tea left, but 7 hours is what I think is good to sleep. 5 hours is not enough. Okay, that's my personal. That's what I do. I try to do, and not always work out. Okay, and those hours, says the Rambam, should be at the beginning of the night, meaning when everybody knows, and this has been scientifically proven, every hour. Since you asked me this already, I take the opportunity to say this. Every hour of that you sleep before midnight counts as 2.
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is something that's known. Everybody knows this. So I should be going to bed. I should be sleeping from 10 to 5. I'm not managing that at all. Because our lifestyle here with things going on in the evening and everything, that would be healthier. Okay, then
Is that like regular?
that is something I recommend for those who could do it. I'm not there. Maybe one day I'll get there. What?
But do you mean like regular midnight or halachic midnight?
Halachic midnight.
Well, whatever. It's close to each other. It's similar.
When is
So it's not on the dot, it's never, usually it's not that difference, it's less than an hour difference. Okay, yeah, it depends which season. So what I'm saying is, that is the ideal. That's how people used to before they had electric light. And what do you do when you don't have Wi-Fi? You go to sleep.
That's true.
What? So Wi-Fi keeps you up, it's a problem. So first of all, if you're talking about sleep already, it's very important to stop the computer. What I try to do, what I'm more or less doing is I sleep from 11 to 6. So I'm not quite 10 to 5, but it's not as bad as some people go to sleep and they sleep from 2 to 9 or something like that. And then they come groggy and it is not, and if you notice, when you become mothers, B'ezras Hashem, you should all become mothers in the right time soon, you will notice that the natural thing that the baby will wake up at sunrise.
Really?
Yeah. Now sunrise is later because it's winter. Sunrise is about 6-ish. In the winter it's pretty okay to sleep from 11 to 6. But then you mothers, I did it myself, I'm guilty. Train the kids not to wake up at sunrise. In the summer, it's like 4:30 or 4 or 5. You don't want the baby to wake up then. So you train it. You put it back you put the baby back to sleep. We're still sleeping. You have the curtains, closed. So you train the baby to sleep till 7. I want to sleep. I want to have an hour before the baby wakes up to do my own thing, right? So that's not so. Normally, your system is like that. That's like when you reset to original settings. That's the original settings of the human being, is wake up at sunset,
I like
at
that.
sunrise.
I like what you just said.
Yeah, the original settings, but we have overriding those settings with different habits. So I'm also, and because if you're invited to anything at night, you're not gonna be able to come home, to go to bed at 10, right? So it's not very realistic in our time to do that. But what is very highly recommended, and I also, talking to myself, I'm also not doing it, is to take one night a week where you do it. Like to go try it just to see how it feels when you wake up. Like really,
Feels so good.
you have tried it.
I've tried a lot. Yeah.
You going to bed at 10?
Yeah. Even
Oh.
like 9.
Oh,
And
wow.
have yeah. And then wake up like 4 or 5.
Wow,
And
great.
like feel amazing.
So we were like, okay, so I have to end this class now, and we talked about other things. So now text number 4 is the thing in a Mishnah, in a Talmud. Did you read your text?
I didn't finish.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so let's go back to text number 3. Did you see it?
I think it was lower.
What? Okay, we have only 5 minutes and I have to end.
There.
Here.
It was
No, we
moderately
did it, because this is not
We
part
didn't
of it.
finish the moderately stuff.
Okay.
I don't have
No,
to.
that's only until here. We finish it.
Okay.
But it's also good to cure restlessness, hysteria, tremors, palsy, and whooping cough. Because also it's the expectorants. And now I want to go to text number 4 and 5, which is the Torah part. Okay, so it's a question about bitter herbs. So there's a lot about it in the Mishnah and Gemara. What is what qualifies as a bitter herb? And so they say Greek hyssop is one of them, because it's called. This one is also called Ezov Yavan. Ezov. So this one calamenta can also be called Greek hyssop. Okay, and so now, if you see in text number 5, Nissim Crispin says you can make it one word, Ezovion. Instead of saying Ezov Yavan, you can look at text number 5, you can make it Ezovion, which means lesser hyssop, because it's lesser, it's smaller.
This is a hyssop?
Well, it's
No.
it is right. It's calamenta. We already learned about all that. So, anyway, it's good for women. In text number 6, strengthens the uterus, relieves menstrual cramps, and of course, it's menstrual cramps. Remedy for respiratory problems. That's why we're using it. Treats cold and fever. That's why we're using it. Soothes the stomach. It's also a good side effect. Kills intestinal worms and heals nervous disorders.
Wow.
Stimulates mental alertness. Okay, that's why everybody were excited to ask questions. Helps skin and external injuries and cures female ailments, as we said.
Where can I find this? How
If
this looks like
Well,
Nana.
we're ending now. I have like a few minutes left. We finished it. We showed where it was found. We showed everything.
Okay, let's
We don't have it in Beirut, but I said so now, culinary tips. I'm gonna invite Cizi to come read culinary tips. But the whole herb has a sweet aromatic scent and makes a pleasant tea. So we're gonna try these. Yeah.
slowly pop.
Hey, I know. Girl, we've been here for an hour. Okay, culinary tips. Traditionally, calamine has been used as a flavoring additive for wild game and other meats and for enhancing various foods with a new flavor. Depending on personal preference, its mellow flavor and subtle aroma may even complement the taste of seafood, such as heavier fish like tuna or lighter fish like salmon. Calamine's subtle aroma can be incorporated into various egg-based dishes and even some desserts.
Like some kind of fruit dessert. Like you
I'm
can
not
put-
the one who came up with this, but thank you for looking at me like I did. She's looking at me like I'm brilliant. I read.
Wow.
Thank you. Okay,
You
so
read? Wow.
yeah. Yeah, we gotta use you in social media. Okay, so we're wishing everybody Shabbat Shalom. So you heard it was good for menstrual cramps. Yes. Okay? And Bina, we can't wait to see you back on Sunday. We miss you. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.